Getting right, bringing y'all that infotainment with the truth. Hashtag Factuals. We live with me, your host, Vision, the man and the meaning. I the sort of omens giving y'all that sight beyond sight. I ain't the freshest. I ain't cuz neither. But I bust some super dope moves. J30 type the bet 100 to ace. Selling they got, oh, hell no. Fuck on my face. What up to everybody on a Tuesday night? Let me get some people joined in. Mako want to join since it's a topic. Let's see who's on live tonight. Neil, not long. What up? Bang. What's going on? Hold up, let me get my audio right. You know I gotta do this every time. Should there we go. Hey, what's going on with you?
Shit.
Salute to they got you in there working tonight.
I'm tired as I don't know what. I'll trade you dogs.
Oh, there you go. You know, Empress badass. She ain't going nowhere. A lot of feedback. Who's that boss? Yep. I'm getting a lot of feedback. It's probably from you driving. So like this. I'll try to join Mako when this was her topic. Is she able to Mako, you able to join in? Neil, not long. Let me know if you'd like to join in. Would you like to join in on the live? So tonight we're gonna talk about our ultimatums boundaries. Is an ultimatum a boundary? What's the difference between the ultimatum and the boundary? We spoke about boundaries before. We spoke about it on a different. I kind of forgot what the topic was, but I'm like, I'm getting old. I'm not gonna try to remember it. So, ultimatums, boundaries. Bad Cookie, I'll let you take that one first. Tell the people who you are. Welcome back to the show.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but hey, I'm Bad Cookie. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do have ultimatums. Are they boundaries? I don't think so, because they can be changed.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Depending on who it is, I can change them.
Some people get certain privileges. Other people get ultimatums. I feel
right.
That. I feel that. All right, so Marsh, you here? Let's learn. Keish, what up? Julio, what up? So Marsh.
Yeah.
All right, same. Ultimatums, boundaries. Tell people who you are.
So I'm not one to give anybody an ultimatum. If I'm ready to go, I'm gonna go. If you're asking me, because I feel like when it comes down to that ultimatum shit, a person is gonna make whatever adjustments is necessary to stay in a person's life, right? It shouldn't be an ultimatum. It shouldn't be a. So I'm sorry, I don't fall into that category. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock anybody who does it, who done it. If that's their way of life, that's their way of life. I'm just gonna say, like, yo, if I'm fed up, I'm out. I don't need you to give me I don't need to give you a. If you don't, then I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
If I'm out, I'm out. We've had enough discussion.
So Toya says, if someone got to give an ultimatum, they don't need to be together. Now, does ultimatums always have to tie in with someone being together?
No, it don't.
I know that's normally where we are.
Well, I think no, I don't even think it's that. I think that's just most cases. It's like a therapeutic or therapy situation for couples anytime we come on a live and there's questions like this. I just felt like that's the route that it's gonna go. Ultimatums in business, I don't look at it as ultimatums in business. It's either this is the contract, we're gonna make the necessary adjustments for it to work, or if the contract doesn't work, guess what? That's the end of it. Ultimatum, I just feel like ultimatum, that means if it's for those who care, it's worthwhile. It's usually, for me, when I hear it, it's always in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never heard the word ultimatum used. Let's look at the definition. I'm driving. What is the definition of ultimatum?
Let me pull that up for you, matter of fact. I got you.
Just to ensure that I'm on the right page. That's the only time I've seen it used.
Ultimatum. Actually, I should have had that pulled up already because I was actually going to go there. Let's see. All right, so an ultimatum is a final demand or statement of terms, the rejection of which will result in retaliation or breakdown in relations. So it actually gives a sentence about employees. So it says their employers issued an ultimatum demanding an immediate return to work. That's more so like, I mean, it's the same thing.
No, that's still fine. Like I need to know that it's been used in context other than what I've heard it in over the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess for me, I'm not even giving an employee an ultimatum. Look, you fucked up enough. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, final, bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't hear you.
I didn't say anything. Was that bad? Or that was bad cookie? Because I know I didn't say anything else besides 30, 60, 90.
Y'all can hear those back here?
You was over there dispatching?
That wasn't me. I'm not messing with you. And then people go and call me out. That's mean.
So like I'm kind of with y'all with that. Like I've never really heard ultimatums used outside of the relationship realm. However, I'm pretty sure we've all heard them in other realms before. Maybe they were just called like, demands or whatever the case may have been. But like I said, employees, like I said, I'm not going to do the work unless it's this, or maybe they, set it up as, like I said, demands or something. But it's all the same thing. Like, but I guess it has its nuances. To me, I'm not the ultimatum type of neither. I'm not saying that I've never done it before. I'm not really sure. But I know when it came to relationships, it got to a point like I know when I was married, I was like, it's either that or this. It came down to that at some point. However, I'm at the mindset is like an ultimatum really sounds like, to me, it kind of seems like how I see an ultimatum is like, you ever told somebody that you can't do something anymore and then they still keep testing you on that? Is the difference between telling somebody you can't do something and you're not going to do it. Which to me is the difference between a boundary and an ultimatum. So like the difference in telling somebody I can't do this no more, I can't do this no more, and saying I'm not going to do this no more is the actual wording and then the actual action behind it. I can't do this means sometimes you still do what you say you can't do. When you tell somebody you're not going to do something, that's just what it is. I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm out. I'm done. Whatever the case may be. Ultimatums normally give people a chance to, or give whatever the case may be, whatever the job, the employer, the person that you're in a relationship with, whoever, the friendship, the family member, it gives them the chance to keep doing the things that you don't like to be done.
Right, the only thing that plays in my head is that song "One More Time." Like that's the only thing that plays in my head when I hear ultimatum. Like you big goofy, you know what I'm saying? Like
what the hell song was that?
Like one more time, you know what I mean? One more time, like yo, like that's the only thing that plays in my head. Like why do I need to be a goof troop? Like nah, if you done, bye. Like you don't got it. Like yo, I'm gonna give you one more time to screw me over. Like get out of here, just leave.
I'm so caught up when you trying to sing a damn song.
Like yo, like get out of here. Like yeah, yo, you're still fucking your baby's mother. So yeah, if you do it one more time, I'm not gonna, bitch, he's gonna continue fucking her. I'm just saying, like, I don't, that's what I'm saying, like, the ultimatum situation, I don't, like I said, for those who do it, I applaud them, best wishes. I mean, I guess, I don't, because that's your wish.
Y'all remember that song? How's it go? Ooh, is it gonna be him? They really want me. They really want him. It's like
I see it, but hey, you know,
that's an ultimatum. You know, so he says, I feel like an ultimatum is a last ditch effort to solve something, but I don't believe in them. I'm preaching without no explanation. No, I mean that could be the case as well. Like people, a lot of times people do give ultimatums. Like now, like when you give that ultimatum, if it's something that you normally it's because you're being disrespected with something. Now I can't think of an ultimatum in a good way. But like once you issue those ultimatums, it's like are you to be respected at that point? Do you think that someone's gonna respect you if you're still saying like, yo, I'm gonna give you a chance to choose between this and that, like between respecting
I can't
disrespecting me?
I can't relate. It's one of those, I feel like we're stretching this beyond in
This question has been asked and answered the first 3 minutes of us really being on here, and we're stretching right now. Like, she's not even on here to discuss her own topic. Like, yo, I don't get it, bro.
Hold on. No, not
You at this point.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell
okay.
everybody else. This is a topic I'm rocking with. I'm not moving on from the topic. I'm keeping this topic. I mean, because there's more to the topic. We haven't even got.
All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the pause of the topic, because right now it's mad surface, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
Let's get into it. Pause. So like the difference. So what to you is a difference between ultimatum and the boundary? Then, like what a boundaries to you?
We've gone through boundaries, right? I'm not going down this path again. So like, what are we discussing? I'm not going down the boundaries path because we didn't spend several different shows on boundaries, right? And here we are now. We're talking about ultimatum. I can't relate to ultimatum. Where are we going with this? So I'm with you. I just want to know what's our end game, like, because we've done this before.
So is somebody breaking up and they giving somebody an ultimatum?
No,
is that what this is?
I mean, just in general. Now where is Mako? Goddamn, he is right about that. Well, Mako, how the hell we talking about the topic that you wanted to discuss? You're not even on here to talk about it. I invited you on here twice. So she actually brought this up. I thought it was at first. I said, you know what, we kind of spoke about that before, but now it's like in correlation to what? But I'm like, you know what, it is a good topic. It is something worthwhile speaking about. So, like I said, normally when people talk about ultimatums, it's in the terms of relationship when it comes to an intimate relationship. Now, there's ultimatums given in friendships. There's ultimatum given in workplaces. Ultimatums given in family. Like you may give your kids an ultimatum. You know, either take the trash out or you're not going outside. That's an ultimatum, right? So
I'm giving this dog an ultimatum. Either he can go back and get inside of his mother, or I'm gonna kill him.
She got one of Sheba puppies. Well, you got the badass, the run. He bad as hell.
He bad as.
Oh yeah, you got to give the puppies ultimatums. So the boundary. So the definition of a boundary is a line that marks the limits of an area, a dividing line, a limit or a subject or a sphere of activity. So Aisha says, nothing to do with nothing, but y'all New York talk really aggressive. How you gonna say that coming from Philly? Like your man sound like he wants to fight on sight. He always wants to fight on sight. But no, but I get what he's saying though.
I resent that because I feel like I've come a long way. Therapy has helped.
Let me drop a bomb for him on that one. Yeah, that's a short bomb because that's how short his fuse is. Well, let's see what the guy. So Neil says not long says, I don't know I don't know how I ended up here, but I'm happy I joined. I feel like I'm going through something so similar with my man telling him I need more or I'm here or I'm leaving. I'm preparing to leave if I don't get it. So let's go there. Let's go there.
Bring her on the live and let's deep dive into that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
to join the live. Neil, not long. Would you like to join the live? You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, but let's talk about it. Y'all know Moody. So, like, when you give somebody an ultimatum in the relationship, when you gotta tell somebody it's either this or it's me. Oh, she said she's at work. If you got to get to that point where you got to give somebody that ultimatum, they really haven't been, in my opinion, like either you haven't been communicating properly or well enough with them, or they just don't really give a fuck. When it gets to a point where you got to give somebody an ultimatum, your boundaries already been crossed. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah, so it's like, do you have boundaries if you have to set an ultimatum? That could be a real question right there. What do you think about that one, Bad Cookie?
It sounds good.
If you have to give somebody an ultimatum, do you have boundaries for yourself?
No. Or if you do have the boundaries, you're letting them down so that somebody else can let you down.
I like that. Elaborate if you don't mind.
No, because I'm trying to do my work.
People want to work and stuff. When people start working. So, Mark, what you take? So I try to join Neil not long. Are you on here?
Somebody came on and dropped off. But I'm gonna have to agree with Miss Cookie. Like, you're a whole goofy. If you really think, forgive me, I just left Baltimore and that's what was just that's all they kept talking about where I was. So I guess that's the word for the evening, goofy. You're a whole goofy if you have to give somebody an ultimatum, B. Like, it's really one of those, we're adults. Mm-hmm. We're adults. It should never come down to an ultimatum. Honestly, it's, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. If you can't compromise the way that I've compromised to make this work, somebody's going to have to hit mute. If you can't compromise the way that I've been compromising, reciprocity is out the window. You definitely need to take.
Hold on, boss. Do you mind hitting mute real fast, please?
You guys, this is my first line. Let me figure it out. Okay, hold on. Yeah.
All right, there you go, baby girl. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Moss.
I bet. So if you have to, if a person is unwilling to practice reciprocity in that relationship, it's not worth an ultimatum. You know what I mean? The person doesn't value you if it boils down to an ultimatum. Like, no, I'm sorry. You have to put value in yourself and just walk away. Right. It should never be a last-ditch effort. This is not an on-screen movie. This isn't an epic. This isn't a television show. This is real life. A person has been doing what they've been doing, and you've been allowing it. And finally, you're at the straw that's about to break the camel's back. And like, you know what? I don't want the camel's back to break right now. So just please stop, or else I'm gonna let it break and I'm gonna go. All right, that might last for a week or two. Shit, it may last for a month or two. However, all you give somebody at this point is a chance to do what? Make the necessary adjustment for them to do better at whatever they're screwing you over with. Uh-huh. That's my opinion. Again, I feel like Mako should come on and really deep dive into this so we're not just spinning the cap on this goddamn topic. You know what I mean?
I tried to join her again. Neil, not long. How you doing, baby girl?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing great. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the show for the first time. This hashtag Factuals. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms, and make sure you donate. But so tell the people who you are, and let's talk about this. The ultimatum.
I think what I'm going through right now, I think it's like I thought that I was expressing myself properly for the things that I need to change. And as I'm listening, I'm like, okay, maybe I was too harsh, with how I expressed it or asked for what I needed more of, which I don't think are like anything extreme. I think it's simple things, and I think most of our issues are, and I'm going to say it, finances, and I feel like my partner can do more, but is not. And I feel like I'm doing an injustice to myself if I just continue and stay. Because I've been saying this for like a few months now and nothing changes.
Okay.
And I just feel like
I have a question because and I don't want to cut you off. I noticed that you're leading everything with I feel like.
So I have to say I feel like because I don't get any feedback when I express myself to him, and then the feedback I get from him is, well, that's how you feel. Well, it's how you're showing me. It's what you're showing me. If you're not showing me anything else and what I'm asking for, and you don't change anything, this is who you are.
I have a question.
Yes.
How are you expressing yourself to him?
I communicate. He's not a communicator. And I feel like, and I told him also, I feel like you've changed. This is the person you are today is not the person I met, let's say, a year ago. Absolutely not.
All right. So hold on. I don't even want to go all the way left, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you say that you're a communicator, I get that. And
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But you're saying you're a communicator, right?
Yes.
All right. I understand that. However, in your delivery to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like he's receiving it? So I get that you're a communicator. However, is he receiving it the way that you're delivering it?
I feel like he is, and I text it. I send text messages.
Okay, before I don't even want to go there yet. Like, listen, I got you. We gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
My next question is right because you brought this up. You said that he's changed.
Uh-huh.
In what way has he changed?
I feel like he's just not as nice.
Okay, you feel he's not as nice.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in his life that made him change?
I feel like he got comfortable. I nothing different has happened.
And the only reason why I asked that specific question, we as men don't tell everything that's going on, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. If you all talk and y'all talk on that level, and you're telling me that you talk, okay? So there's a problem here. If you're the only one,
communicate.
With that being said, him not knowing how to communicate, and that seems like that's big for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't that present itself as a red flag for you?
I don't know. I think I was just. It's my fault. It's my fault. I think I was just in a headspace to just be happy. My husband passed away. We were together 14 years. I hadn't dated in like 4 years. This man came along. I think I was just happy that I think I had blinders on.
Hold on, Vision. I don't want you to go anywhere just yet, Vision. I'm just trying to stay on pace, right? I'm with you. So and forgive me for my line of questioning and prying like this. The only reason why I'm asking this line of questions is like you can't look for something in someone when it was never there from the jump.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm listening to you. I feel like I'm a communicator. At no point do I hear the key reciprocity in any of this. This gentleman has been him from the beginning. You accepted him for who he was, where he was, and now you have this level of expectation for him to get somewhere where he's not going to go.
Okay, and I agree with you.
My bad, you got it, Vision.
Yeah, no, I'm with you because that's the reason why I asked you. And salute to Saved by Grace. I'm gonna give you a second, fam. The reason why I asked you, the reason why I said I'm hearing a lot, I feel like, is because I feel like it's something that can't be challenged. Okay, you would have to know the definites, how he feels. You know what else is going on in his life now. For you to give him an ultimatum, like how you feel and how he feels are two different things. But the things that actually occur in that relationship is going to be a different thing. Okay, because the feelings aren't the same as the reality. Okay, and so it does like Marcy said, it does kind of sound like you went into it hoping for something from somebody that was never there.
Yeah.
So an ultimatum isn't going to change that at all. Like, or because you talk to somebody or because you text somebody, you can have clear words on a billboard. It doesn't mean you communicated with them. If that makes sense.
Okay, and I see someone saying, am I expecting him to be my husband? And I think, okay, let me stop saying I think. That was a problem. That definitely was a problem. My husband was like the perfect husband. I had no issues with this man. He took care of his family. He was there for us. I constantly have to remind myself, everyone is not my husband. Everyone is not going to be like my husband. Mm-hmm. This man is not my husband.
Nobody's going to be him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nobody. His own kids are not going to grow up to be him. I mean, if he had kids or whatever. And you said he passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
There's a 17-year difference between the two of us.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not going to find another him.
Yeah.
Someone that could be the new person that you need them to be for you, but you also have to be ready to be that person that they need you to be for them. See, times change, and also you have to make sure you took the time to heal from your relationship, because now you don't want to get into relationships comparing people to unknowingly comparing people to your husband.
Yeah.
Ex-husband. I'm sorry, your late husband.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught up in it. And I would say that the ultimatum really comes from that you're just not being. You feel like you said you feel as though you're not being treated the way you want to be treated. Maybe you're not. However, you can't really put that off on somebody if you haven't set those boundaries in the beginning. That's the reason why we're talking about the boundaries and the ultimatums. So KR, thank you for waiting so graciously, my dude.
Okay, thank you guys. I'm gonna keep listening, but I gotta go back to work. I'm sorry. Thank you.
I appreciate you for being so open. Make sure you stay on live, comment, leave your comments and everything, and also follow the page. And we appreciate you.
I will. Thank you.
All right, baby girl. So right now we're talking about our ultimatums boundaries. All right, and what's the difference between the ultimatum and the boundary? Go ahead, tell the people who you are and rock out.
Going on, this is KR coming through, checking out my man. So I just want to get right to the topic, honestly, because I think I kind of had a conversation like this earlier. So
nice.
The question is an ultimatum boundary. Yeah. I think they're definitely different. Boundaries, like y'all were discussing a little while ago, that has to be established right from the jump. I think you have to, if you accepted someone the way they are, and then later on you're trying to change them, that's kind of unfair. You're setting yourself up, both of you. You're setting the relationship up for failure. But ultimatum, I don't think an ultimatum has any place in a relationship, to be honest. Like, And I guess it was that.
I want you to
Break it down to Fontaine.
go and break that part down for us. Break it down to Fontaine.
You got the sound. I love it. But yeah, ultimatums. I guess it would vary. Each situation is different, but immediately, ultimatum just sounds like a bad word in my opinion. If you're giving somebody ultimatum, you're basically forcing them to. So they might even go with whatever you do, but. And I literally did have a conversation earlier about this a couple hours ago. So you never want someone to do an action because you want them to. You want them to be willing to do it on their own naturally, right?
Yes.
So giving somebody an ultimatum, I feel like if you reach a point where you're giving ultimatum, then you might as well just walk away from there.
Facts.
Because you're never going to know. You never want somebody doing because you put them in you back them in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of silly. I know people do that a lot of times, but I don't think you're gonna win doing that. So
the crazy thing is, ultimatum is about choice, right? But then everything in life is about choice. So the thing is, if you're forcing someone to choose between something and yourself, they've already made the choice that they chose that other thing. I mean, or whatever the case of it, whatever it may be. So like, because otherwise it wouldn't be a factor. You know, in most cases, it wouldn't be a factor. And like I said, there may be some ultimatums that's a little more lighthearted, like, yo, if you don't take that trash out, you ain't going outside. That person really want to go outside, they're gonna take that trash out, right? Let's take it to a relationship. If you want to stay married to me, you're gonna leave that nigga alone. Let's look at the difference there. Now I mean, like they don't want to leave that nigga alone. Like they want to stay married to you, but they're gonna find out how to keep hiding that they dealing with that nigga or dealing with that shorty. Now I mean, so like when you give somebody an ultimatum when it comes to something like that, it's like the pleasures of like what pleases the person, you know, like what does a person give into, you know? So it's like the pleasures of the flesh. And it's like, so somebody really want to go outside so bad, they're going to do whatever it takes to go outside. But if somebody really want to deal with somebody else while they're in a relationship with someone, they're not going to stop dealing with them. They're going to just hide or find other ways of hiding how they're dealing with them. Sure, like they're ready to attach you. I want to keep this, I want to keep that, but that's you're already not important at that point. You know, so it doesn't even have to be them dealing with another person. It could be something as far as like she said, finances and other things. But there's always, or not always, but there's underlying factors that's going on there. So you got to be careful when it comes to like thinking about ultimatums and when you're giving them. Go ahead.
No, you just hit it on the head. You're running a risk by giving somebody an ultimatum. You're running a risk. And I'll go a step further and say, when you give somebody an ultimatum, you already made that decision for them. Mm-hmm. Because like you said, somebody might just agree to it and then start hiding behind. Listen, let me tell you, I can just speak for myself. I don't care about putting myself out there like that. What I will tell y'all fellas, leave them model chicks alone, all right? Because I was with this one woman, model, good looks, everything, and I literally was having this conversation earlier. Spent thousands of dollars to move her from halfway across the country to come to where I was in New York at the time, and apartment and all of that, and I couldn't trust her. I started finding out little by little that I couldn't really trust her. And every time I would go to cut ties, start to crying and breaking down, and then I would put ultimatums out there. Like, I can't trust you, so we might as well not to be together, because I'm one of those type of people. My phone is my phone, your phone is your phone. I don't be going through people's phone or whatever. But I got to the point where she had to give me a password to her phone in order for us to stay together. And like you said, I started finding out little. She must have forgot I had the code to her phone because I went there one night when I was asleep, and I've always been a type. Don't go looking for something because you're gonna find what you don't want to find. So I've never, only one other time in my life did I do that, but overall I just stay away from that. But I would just find it, man. She was still, like you said, she was being secretive, more sneaky, but she was still doing what I told her. Like I'm not accepting. So another ultimatum came, and it just kept coming. New ultimatums came to the point where it got so bad where she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you my work schedule ahead of time."
Yeah.
And I would make sure I was off of work on the day she was off of work so I could watch her. And still caught her up. So said all of that to say you putting ultimatums out there, but you're only prolonging that inevitable.
Yeah.
That's what I think. When you get to that point of ultimatums go put out there, it's over.
It's over. It's a wrap. It's how JJ say it's over, man. It's over, man.
Yeah.
So like I'm with you. Like I just gave the analogy of and I use myself, like you said, I use myself, and I do it all the time as an dynamic fantasy. What up, baby girl? Come on live. I know you got some bombs to drop on us for this one. We're talking about ultimatums and boundaries. So I'll even talk about myself back when I was married. It got to a point where I was like, yo, if you're gonna keep fucking with Duke, then you ain't gonna be able to fight, then we ain't together no more. And I'm saying, like, in the cases to where it's like the difference between the ultimatum and the boundary is the difference between saying I can't do something and I'm not gonna do something. I mean, so it's like, yo, it's like, you ever been in a situation like, yo, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I mean, a lot of times when people say I can't keep doing this, what do? They do it again. And then they say I can't keep doing this, and they do it again, and I can't keep doing this. So a person say I'm not going to do this anymore. When that person say I'm not going to do this, bang, the line is drawn. That's the difference between a boundary and an ultimatum. The ultimatum say I can't keep doing this. Like, yo, are you going to keep doing this, or are you going to like I'm giving now? I'm putting the ball in your court, as if to say like, yo, are you going to keep treating me like this to the point where like, yo, I have to make a decision, or it's I'll say I'm not going to do this. I already made my decision. No, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, point blank, period. So I'm saying bye-bye. I sing part-time.
Yeah.
I do sweet 16s, bar mitzvahs. I mean, look me up. I'm in the phone books. I sing in showers and cars. I mean, only for the ladies though. But
got right.
David, what you say? Come up with an ultimatum over, but you stay for selfish reasons. Okay.
Some people, I think, actually give ultimatums because they do want it to work. They want to. They feel like if I give them this last straw, they'll act right. They'll treat me right. They'll do what I'm hoping that they do. So some people do it. I guess that can still be selfish reason, but I mean, when if you're hoping for love in your relationship to work out, that's not necessarily selfish, but it can be selfish. But I just feel like some people have good intentions, but that's the wrong way to go about it. Putting an ultimatum out there.
A lot of time it's a weakness within that person who's delivering that ultimatum, depending on the situation. Like I said, if it's one of those things where you're being disrespected, like I said, if you got to give an ultimatum in a situation where you're being disrespected, then you have no boundaries. You know, so it's like if you got to give an ultimatum at that certain point, it's like you're weak to a certain point. Like you're not saying that you're just a push. Like you may be a pushover at that moment because you're weak for something. You're weak for that person or for whatever the case may be. You're weak in that moment. So you have to figure out what it is that has you willing to just compromise yourself for somebody else's, you know, maybe their happiness or maybe whatever the case may be, but it's not your happiness. Because even if you give that ultimatum and they take it, you're gonna still think in the back of your head, hold up, the trust is going now. No, Dynamic, what up, baby girl?
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm awesome, y'all. I'm awesome.
Always.
I wanted to get on here right quick, right? Because I was the person that gave somebody an ultimatum before, and my ultimatum, it wasn't. If I'm being honest, for me, I'm speaking from my own experience.
Okay.
When I gave him the ultimatum, I already. You get what I'm saying?
Your phone broke up. You said you already knew what? Can you hear? Can you hear?
Because I was taking opportunity away from nobody.
You said you knew what the
I had a feeling. I had a feeling that he was more than likely going to say the opposite of what my ultimatum was. However, I don't like to take people's choices away, so I still gave him the ultimatum. And the ultimatum for me was to deal with his mental.
Your phone is breaking up a lot. Are you in the bad area?
Hold on, y'all.
And I'm mad you're not showing us that smile.
Give her an ultimatum.
Yo, my niggas.
She's still freezing up over there. You got to get out of that area.
Dynamic, are you in a good area? All right,
Nah, she has to go.
She'll join back in. Yo, real quick though, tell the people what you're doing. And I mean, because I seen that you're actually starting up a podcast of your own, right?
Well, a podcast that'll be later on, but I'll be sending you invites sometimes. I just co-host different shows with people, so that's what you saw.
Okay.
October 14th is our next. So we I forget the topic this time around, but it's called Truth, Lies, What Lives and Dies in Relationships. Yeah. So all types of, not just romantic. Like we had a show in July on domestic violence, and man, women was up there crying. Like it was powerful. So like we just trying to bring, basically what you're doing, bringing real topics out there and giving people opportunities to voice it. So I'm doing that. I got a spoken word poetry album that's going to be released, God willing, this year. It'll be on Spotify and other places like that. And then my short story is going to follow that. So
that's what everybody been waiting for, man. The short story. Everybody been waiting for that short stories one.
Yeah, and it's I'll let everybody else decide, but I think it's gonna really be good. So just trying to finesse it, and of course, life is happening, personal situations with family and stuff. That's put a hold on some of my movements and my mental. So I'm just trying to end the year off with a bang, in a positive way. So
definitely.
But you're right, bro. You're right, because my lady, honestly, she got to that point where she had enough of what she was going to accept from me. So no ultimatum got put out. She just made a decision. I'm not accepting. This is not going down. I'm not accepting that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to learn the hard way. And I think that's more of how people have to be, as far as if you want to see change, if you want to let this person know that you're serious, you got to set those boundaries and stick to them, and no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But try to avoid the ultimatums, because when you try to force somebody to do something or make them choose, like this, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen. You're going to lose 9 times out of 10. I feel like, anyway.
Let me ask you a question. At what point does a boundary become an ultimatum? Like, because
That's a good.
Like, you ever heard somebody say, like, look, this is the way I'm running this shit. I'm doing this. This is what's going on. To live in this household, this is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. You know? So it's like, once you get to that point, does that then become an ultimatum? If they're like, yo, if you want to live in this household, like, yo, you're gonna adhere to what I'm saying, like you're gonna follow my lead, da, da, da. Is that an ultimatum? At what point does a boundary become an ultimatum?
I think because you touched on this, I thought about this when you said the whole if you're gonna take out this garbage or you're not going outside thing. Yeah. So I think both of those scenarios sound more like this is an adult and a child, or just somebody that is in an authoritative role. So I think that's a little different because somebody telling you to take the garbage out or you can't go outside, that's a parent talking to a kid, and you just have no say. I was just telling my cousin this earlier, like when you living under somebody else's roof, it's like it's their way. That's it.
Yeah. So like, living, what up?
Yo, what's good, boy?
Poppin' fam, tell people who you are.
Nigga, the name speak for itself, nigga. Bed-Stuy, New York, Clinton Hill gang. You already know. I mean, the handsome one, but niggas looking kind of crazy right now. But it's all good. Yo, who on the phone? Like, I wouldn't see you. Is anybody on the phone?
Yeah. Nigga Saved by Grace. Okay, y'all. He's on the, the one who does the shirt, the spoken word, the book and everything.
I've been on.
Yeah, Instagram, but I only see you, man. This Instagram shit is wild, bro.
Yeah. So it's always like that. So like, he can only see me. He can't see you on here, fam. Like, nah, I mean.
Yeah, I can't. I think I saw a dude on there, but I can't see him now. But
yeah, he's still on here. So right now.
What's up, my G? Yo, say no more.
Right now, we're talking about is an ultimatum boundaries. What's the difference between an ultimatum and a boundary? And we're talking about if you have to give an ultimatum. I mean, no. Right now, we kind of got to the point where like, yo, at what point does a boundary become an ultimatum? So take it from the beginning. Pause. Is an ultimatum boundaries?
Ultimatum a boundary? I mean, is an ultimatum a boundary?
Yeah, like if somebody was like, yo, like either you're gonna fuck with that nigga or you're gonna fuck with me. Which one is it gonna be? Like, is that a boundary or is that just like?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to like. Can you give me for instance?
Yeah,
like,
just this. Like, yo, if a shorty or a man told their significant other, either gonna fuck with that person or you're gonna fuck with me. Which one is it gonna be? To me, because like, is that a boundary? Like, I mean, because that's an ultimatum, but is that a boundary? Because like, if you're telling somebody like you're still willing to fuck with them after they fucking with somebody else, they gonna look at you like, I got this soft ass nigga, like, especially a shorty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the point, like, at what point do you have boundaries for yourself?
Man, I could talk about boundaries all day long, man. Nigga, boundary, nigga. Like, I mean, a boundary. I mean, shit. I'd say it speaks for itself, but I mean, who raised these niggas? Anybody trying to cross that line, them niggas get dealt with. I don't know what about like boundaries is like, yo, my nigga, like, how can I be diplomatic with this?
Don't be
a boundary. You know what I mean? I'm just trying my best because I'm like trying to compute this shit. A boundary is respecting people. Don't be a habitual line stepper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Boundary. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's just like, fuck these niggas who's I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, like, what the fuck?
So put like this.
Oh shit.
When you
somebody girls just joined.
Dynamic. That's the homie.
Okay.
So when you have boundaries and you like, I mean, like, normally you set your boundaries up front off rip in a relationship. Like yo, I don't like shit like this. I don't deal with shit like this. If this is you, I mean,
okay.
But
now you give me a.
But ultimatum is when you're in a relationship with somebody and it's like, and you got to tell them like, yo, Either you're gonna get with the program or you gotta go.
Now you give me for instance now. So when it comes to a relationship, a boundary, my nigga, like what are you talking about? Like, first of all, I tell everybody what it is. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Everybody on this line right now, I don't give a fuck how y'all feel. If I tell you this is what it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So that's just me. I can't speak for everybody else. No disrespect to anybody on this call, the girl or the dude. I can't see y'all. No disrespect. But, you know, I have my own, I would say, you know, when it comes to, I guess you want to say boundaries, this is how I feel. Like, yo, this is what I deal with. This is what I like. This, you know what I mean? If you ain't fucking with it, then fuck out of here. Like,
anybody ever hit
simple as that.
Before?
You think I give a fuck about their ultimatums? What the fuck do I gotta? Yo, listen, that's your shit. I don't give a fuck. You got ultimatums, okay? That's your opinion. You think I give? I even say suck my dick with all that shit. I don't care. Yo, check this out, B. If it's a shorty on the phone, like, yo, I had this going on. I got this, and yo, that's cool.
Yo, this nigga stupid.
I don't care about your ultimatums. Like, it is what it is.
I'm the same way about ultimatums. Dynamic, baby girl. Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know. Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Oh, there she go. What's up, there, girl?
Hold up. So Vader says, no, I don't think ultimatum is a boundary. A boundary is something you set for yourself, but an ultimatum is something you
it's totally different.
Use to control another person, in my opinion. Yes. I almost hit the wrong button.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm gonna say this. No disrespect to you with the females. I just move the way I move. Like some females, they like what they like, and there's some dudes that like we like what we like. You know what I mean? It's what it is.
Where the disrespectful part at?
So, go ahead.
Let me put myself on mute real quick. Hold on.
Go ahead, Dynamic.
No, I was waiting for him to, because he kept saying no disrespect. I was waiting for the disrespectful part.
No. What I'm saying is like, you know how women, when his topic, right? When it comes down to, you know, what I guess, you know, what's drawing the line or whatever. You said what?
No, I guess.
No, I'm just saying, like, no disrespect in the sense of, like, we have our opinions on what we like. And I think women take it to the extreme because, you know, women like to dub men all the time. So it's like, yo, we have our own situation where we feel like, you know what I mean? I don't fuck with you either. Like, it's like, I get pussy, nigga. I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. Like, you can go to the, you know what I mean? That's just that type of time. You know what I mean? So, I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm about to smoke a cigarette. I'm going to listen to y'all. I'm going to put myself in mute.
Go ahead, Dynamic. That's my niggas.
I know before my phone was acting up and I got that phone call, I was telling y'all how I gave a guy an ultimatum about going to get some mental health, right?
Well, no, but so you started. You said you gave him an ultimatum, and then everything from there went like robot.
Went left.
Yeah. So okay. Nothing else.
Okay. So yeah, no. So the ultimatum was literally about him going to get some mental health. Okay. Now for me, because you already know what I do, based off of me being a life coach and all of that stuff, like I already seen certain patterns in his behavior, his relationships, all of that stuff. And when he would talk to me about certain things, and it's like, okay, you still repeating this pattern, and he'll say he want to fix it, but then he don't take the next steps to fix it. And you don't realize how much stress that causes on the next person. And sometimes you don't want to necessarily give up on a person. So my idea was to try to let him know, like, hey, go get this done or we're not going to talk. Because when I say the trauma that he had to go through or he dealt with was heavy. And it affected everybody that came in contact with him.
Okay. I do have a question for you, though. You say you're a life coach, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. As a life coach, do you have like a psychology background or anything like that?
Psychology, no.
Okay. I'm only asking because Okay, so as a life coach yourself, I'm sorry, the light is gonna go backwards. I'm in the backyard.
Yo,
So
Jiminy is crazy in the background.
Yeah.
yo, I live in the South. What you want? Hey, what the fuck? Like,
I
shit,
like
the rabbit,
it. Sounds good.
the rabbit. Look, I got a rabbit right there. Look at the rabbit right there under my shit. You see the rabbit? Hold on.
Yo, Jiminy Cricket is fucking cursing his ass. Yo, tell nigga watch his mouth first.
Yo, I got a rabbit right under my shit right now. I don't care. I got pets. But anyway, what I was saying is like as a life coach, the question I asked, do you? That's why I asked about the psychology standpoint, because as a life coach, you take on a lot of people's and things of the nature. So, how do you release yourself as a as a life coach? If that makes sense to you.
So, what do you mean?
Because
go ahead.
Okay, so the reason why I'm asking that because when you helping people out with their problems as a life coach, we all need coaching. So how do you actually coach yourself or look for other opportunities to like release yourself? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Let me mute myself real quick.
So, for me, I practice being mindful. So I'm also an empath, and with me being an empath is the reason that I'm able to help other people. However, one of the things that is major for me, because the reason why I got into life coach is based off of my life experiences and things that I've been through. So I had to teach myself literally how to sit down and process my own emotions and then realize when it's emotions that's not mine.
I like that. So, I like that answer. That's the only reason I asked, because we all have like, you know, me, you, and Fisher on the phone. I would say anybody could be a life coach if you're. Well, I'm not gonna go on that bag tonight. But no, I like what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool. Because as a life coach, you know, we try our best to give the best information, but I always play devil's advocate sometimes when it's like, yo, when am I giving the wrong information, or somebody could be a life coach to me?
Yeah, no.
Killing me small.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, what you want me to do, nigga? Like the fuck?
That nigga step on him or something.
He got something to say. He's trying to create a frequency, okay?
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm over here just
fuck both. Nah, I just said fuck you, nigga.
Yo, he over there.
Like,
just playing the fucking violin. So
this what happens when you move from New York and you live in the South, man. What the? I
take the crickets over the police any day.
Nigga, I take the crickets over rats and roaches, nigga. What you want me to do?
That too.
So yo,
let me mute myself again, man.
So the next question I asked was at what point does a boundary become an ultimatum, if ever?
You gotta give a fit instance on that one.
Well, I'm asking.
That's a good question, and I would say for me, I feel like I'm gonna end up going back to that same example that I just gave y'all, and it's only because the guy that I was dealing with, like, he did not want me to let him go. When I say he didn't want me to let him go, like, he expected me to deal with all the shit that he came with when he didn't understand where I came from. It's like, why would I sit here and keep tolerating this shit when I dealt with this, when I overcame this? So that's when my boundary became an ultimatum.
Came like the Ambrose song.
Okay, I respect that, because ultimatum, when it comes to relationships, it's the hardest thing to deal with. So if you are with a person, right, and you see like the flaws and stuff like that, so it's like, okay, the ultimatum, you, like you just said, you see the baggage that he came with, right? How does that work? And so I would say this, man, when it comes to ultimatums, what are you able to deal with, or what are you able to accept, right?
Yeah.
You still hear the crickets in the background?
Loud and clear,
so what are you able to accept? Oh, I'm about to go in the house. Hold on.
Yeah, the crickets in the background having they in front of the bonfire.
Listen, hold on. So
wait until tonight. That's what they sing. Is
at the end,
breaking up.
You love that person, except what's the you willing, what they're bringing to the table, whether it's like, I'll say alcoholism or anything of that nature, right? What are you willing to accept? So I use my own lifestyle in a sense, it's like, yo, my wife accept me for what I do or whatever the case may be, right? So when it comes to acceptance and respecting, I would say respecting boundaries. There's just certain things that I like to do, and whatever. You know what I mean? But it comes down to the communication in the sense of like, um, obviously I do this, whatever. You accept it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I had a few drinks, so I might be rambling. So bear with me. No, dead ass. But when it comes to boundaries, it's like, okay, well, what does that look like to you? Like, listen, you accept me, accept everything that's coming with it. That's all it is.
Now,
I'll say that.
So put it like this: at what point was her accepting you crossing or seemingly crossing her boundaries? Like that's what it would be like. It's where like someone may say the ultimatum, because like put it like this: like if you have boundaries set, but when people have boundaries set, right, and say you start dating somebody and you tell them off rip like, look, I don't do the club shit. Know what I mean? Like if you're the type of person that want to go to clubs all the time, cool, do your thing. We can kick it. But like we won't be together. That's not really an ultimatum. It's like, yo, like you can go do your thing, we can still kick it, we still be cool, whatever. But y'all, they're like, nah. So like y'all get together, they knowing that's something that you don't fuck with. But down the line of y'all being together, they start going to the club all the damn time. So now,
what I say, suck my dick.
Now they're crossing your boundaries. That's male or female. Now they crossing your boundaries. Like, yo, like, I don't fuck with this shit. So now it's like, yo, if you're gonna do this, I ain't fucking with you no more. Which one is it? It's like now that's like, so is that a boundary that becomes an ultimatum? Like that
Yes.
becomes like, so to me, you don't think so? Talk to me.
No ultimatum, just cut them off. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I agree with her. I would cut her off too, but
so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the reason why I asked the question. Like, when does a boundary become an ultimatum? Because it's like, if you already set that boundary, there should be no conversation about it.
Yeah, it's that part.
Let me tell you something. When I met my wife, I'm always saying this because he know my wife. She said she wanted 3 kids. I had no kids, right? I say, I don't want kids. So you know what she said as a woman? Let's meet in the middle. The middle to me means anything that you want, right? So that's a boundary. So a boundary means if I don't want no kids, you said 3, I don't want no kids. So when you say a boundary, oh, well, let's meet, let's get 2. I say, yo, I don't want no kids. So where's the boundary?
No,
aspect?
That's more of an ultimate. Not ultimate. That's more of a compromise.
It's a compromise.
Yeah, because
well, it is. My fault. Go ahead.
It's not a That's not a boundary because it's like you're not being disrespected in any way. Like
that's disrespectful, nigga. I don't want no. What part of what?
But you think you're right
about?
Nigga, you could have pulled out.
Listen, fuck all that. That's disrespectful. Fuck both of y'all on this one. Because, listen, if I said I didn't want no kids, I meant that.
No, you didn't. Because do you have any kids?
I got 2 kids right now.
Then you didn't mean that.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
At that, no, listen. At that time, I didn't want nothing. You know what boundary? Well, fuck about you, man. Fuck all that. Boundaries, my ass. Y'all have no cut cards. She said, "Well, we gonna have 2." I said, "Where's the boundary? I don't want none." Guess what? I got 2 kids now. But the boundaries. How about this? The boundaries are set at a certain stage, right? And it's like, okay, well, this is what this is. Whatever. Women, I ain't gonna go in. We gonna talk about that another time. I ain't gonna go in that bag. But whatever.
They get me cursed out.
I'll leave it alone, bro.
So that's
Y'all are funny.
stupid. This my nigga, yo. So
I'll leave it alone, B.
So dynamic, like
boundaries for women be out of pocket.
Oh no, talk about it. I want to hear about it.
Nah.
You want to hear about it?
Nope, we ain't.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm ending this show.
No, don't let him talk. Don't let him talk.
I'm ending the show in 8 minutes. So like,
yeah, not tonight, bro. Not tonight.
Not
we
tonight.
Talk about this another time.
I was about to say because I don't put myself in a category and I don't get offended easily. So go ahead and talk.
Nah,
oh no, I respect it.
Nah, so can a boundary ever become an ultimatum? Dynamic.
Yeah, I just answered that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I agree with her when her answer though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Can you repeat it? It's like,
I think. Go ahead. It depends. Yes, it can. The short answer is yes.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
You just got to know more background about what the hell is going on. You can't just flat out say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with her on that one too. So I ain't gotta say nothing.
Maybe I'm thinking too left and right. I mean, like I don't know. Like I'm not sure if boundaries should be compromised. Like boundaries. I talked about the difference between boundaries and walls. Two completely different.
You said boundaries and war?
A wall.
A wall. Okay.
Like when someone has a wall up, boundaries can be crossed. Boundaries are kind of like when you're playing basketball or football and it's out of bounds. You step out of bounds, right? Chance to get back in bounds. A wall, bong, you hit that shit. Ain't no going through it. I mean, so it's like somebody got their wall up. That's not a boundary. That's them protecting themselves, like against any and everything. I mean, that's out there. Boundaries allow for people to have compromise and have thought within their realm. An ultimatum,
boundaries is
an ultimatum is just like a clear and cut, like or control. It seems like an ultimatum is more so control. So is a war. A war is control as well. I mean, it's
boundaries is what you're willing to accept, though. Like boundaries is like I'm not gonna. If you're a habitual line stepper, and I decide to do this. This is my boundary. There's a boundary is what you let the other person. I mean,
a boundary.
I'm giving you
walk around and listen. These are my four corners right here. Don't cross my shit.
What you giving? Yeah, it's like what you giving the other person that you warning them. Like this is my boundary. Like yo, this is what it is, and you don't cross that line. If you overstep that boundary, you get what's coming behind it.
Yeah,
simple as that.
So I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, so.
Oh, I can see everybody tonight. Instagram is working tonight. I can see all four of y'all niggas.
Welcome back, Moss.
Who's that?
Dean, pause. What up? So
what's up, my guy?
Yo.
So
what's good, my G?
So Moss, this asked a question. This one that you never.
Yeah.
This is one that you didn't answer yet. And honestly, getting off in the pause in a few minutes. At what point does a boundary become an ultimatum, or can it ever become an ultimatum? Can you hear me? I think it's froze on. Yeah, everybody froze.
Yeah, that part. It's nothing I have to articulate. Oh, it's done. I'm done. Like I'm not going to continue looking like for I'm not going to continue to look for compromise if it doesn't exist. I'm going to move the hell on. Also, I'm just the individual who's going to pay attention to the red flags. Like we were talking about the other lady, the young lady, and I'm going to pay attention to the red flags. I'm going to clip it. It's not going to get that deep for me. We're not going to be in this facade of a relationship that doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I agree with 100%. Like, I'm with that. I stand that.
So Vader,
There's nothing even to talk about at that point. Like,
so Vader says,
Damn, I guess that was
a boundary can potentially become an ultimatum depending on the person's intentions. I think that if the boundary is used to control or punish,
Moss, I said that, Moss.
it lands into
Well
the
said.
category of an ultimatum.
Well said, bro.
I appreciate it, my good brother. Some of us
bro.
have been through a few things, you know what I mean? So it's just real life. Like, people be reaching for this, how you say, this alternate reality that just never existed. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't get it.
I 100% agree, bro. It's nothing even to talk about at that point. Like,
I mean, so some people got a hope factor.
No, and I'm not, and you know the thing about it, I'm not
for punishment. You know?
Listen, and I'm not knocking those people, right? However, don't put your false sense of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sense of reality, or
your false sense of logic. Don't push that on me. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna move in a space that makes sense. If a person is steadily telling me like the sky is green, and I see that the sky is blue, you're not gonna change my mind. All right, sweetheart, it was green yesterday. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let people go. Like, accept it. Bye.
some niggas suck my dick, it's over. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we got to get that vulgar with it. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those. Look, I'm gonna clip the wings before you really think you're getting over on me. You know what I mean? And I think that's a problem with a lot of people in this day and age, right? People are so caught up on what they have, opposed to realizing that there's better out there, right? You hear the age old saying the grass the grass isn't green on the other side. However, the grass is going to be greener if all I'm dealing with is fucking dead grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why am I continuing in this direction of things not prospering, things not growing, things unbeneficial to myself, just for the sake of giving somebody else the chance to continue to do what? Fuck me over? Yeah. Like, get out of here. Like, we don't.
In certain situations, certain people gotta realize that they are the dead grass in that situation. I mean, instead of the person. However, also to your point, like, damn, I forgot I was going with that. Addict. Damn, my bad. Go ahead, Moss. Continue.
I don't know. You cut me off mid-thought. I don't know what the hell I was saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's just one of those. I get sick of the whole people making excuses for other people. No. A person said, fuck you, right? Guess what? They meant that shit. They standing on business with that shit. Why the hell you still on, maybe that was just yesterday. Nah, fuck you, my nigga. That shit didn't change.
Yo, I'm not gonna say nothing because when she said that, I was about to jump out the window, bro. Like, when niggas say "fuck you," you meant that shit, nigga.
Right,
like,
it's real shit.
To talk about. If you say "suck my dick," fuck you. Son, the power of the tongue is real. No diddy. You said that shit. You stand on what you said.
Stand on it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about? We ain't doing that.
Right, like, it's like, yo, you can sit up there. You could talk about me. You could talk about how I look. You could talk about my clothes. You could talk about maybe I didn't articulate myself well. However, it's just certain things that you're not going to talk about my deceased parents. You're gonna catch smoke. You're not going to talk about my friends that I consider family. You're going to catch all the smoke. And you can't sit up there and call me a bitch ass nigga to my face and think that, yo, it's not going down. You know what I mean? It's just certain things that you just can't do.
Right there. We just talked about this earlier today. Me and Fijon, right? Certain things, it's like, yo, what the fuck? It's like, you can't take back because you meant that shit. And I'll be honest with you, like we just said, when you say certain things out your mouth the power of the tongue is real, and it's like, yo, you really meant that, right? Because some niggas, they do that jokingly, and they say what they really meant and start laughing behind it. That's not funny, my nigga. That you really meant that shit.
Hold on, wait,
So
but hold on. Just
what happens if I punch you in the face?
No, I don't want you to lose your thought. I'm just gonna say this, right?
No,
when it comes down when it comes down to people and making statements like that with humor. It's all right. It's all truth behind that. They're masking it with a smile. It's just one of those, nigga, you been greasy. I seen that you was greasy. I just had you around. It's all right.
Yo, bro,
at some point your wings gonna get clipped too.
You know how many times niggas say something jokingly, and I'm like, yo, I know you meant that shit, but you just too scared to stand on your own shit, because if that's how you felt, you didn't have to have a smile. You could just pull me to the side and we could have talked about it, or you could have said something and just like, yo, stand on your shit.
Yeah, for me, if I don't like you, you don't know I don't like you.
Suck my dick, nigga. I know you cap. But then when you approach niggas about it, them niggas ain't got nothing to say, because now it got real.
No, that's the thing. Like I said, man, if I don't like you, you're gonna know I don't like you. I mean, there's nothing for me to really. I'm not gonna sit up here and play this game with you. Like, I'm not gonna put myself in environments with somebody I don't deal with. You know what I mean? And a lot of people still do that. I have no reason to put on a front. I've never been that guy, right? If I bang with you, I bang with you. If I don't, I don't. And I have every right to not bang with you. You know what I mean? And it's been several times that people be like, yo, Marsh, you coming out? I'm not. Why? Because I don't like who's gonna be there. That's why.
I'll be honest with you. I just tell niggas straight up. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
They need it. But look, thank you for tuning in.
No, well, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
We call that infotainment and the finest of fuckery. About to end the show. So yo, Dynamic baby girl, you still here with us?
I'm here. I'm
Dynamic. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dynamic. We done tuned you out.
No, we never tuned Dynamic.
I said I was just listening.
Tell people who you are.
I'm sorry, baby.
I mean, we about the outro.
Oh no! Everybody follow me on TikTok, y'all. Dynamic Coach, and y'all have a good night. It was good talking to y'all.
Indeed, always.
Yo, same. Join on Thursday. Join on Thursday.
Thursday definitely gonna be live.
What's Thursday?
Thursday.
Well, we do this. I mean, Tuesday is the recap. Thursday is the actual show. So this is just a recap. So join on Thursday.
Nah, I'm doing new topics. Honestly, I may do something tomorrow. I doubt it, but I'm gonna be busy. I mean, so boss.
Yeah, join on Thursday.
Boss ready. I'll try this.
Nah, Mars, he jumped out this shit real quick. Y'all niggas talk about me all the time. This nigga just jumped out the shit.
Yo, Living, get the outro yourself, man.
Man, the dark skin. That's it. Dark skin. All day long.
Okay, dark skin.
Don't get it twisted. I don't look like this every day, man. You know what I mean? I wake up like this, but I don't wake up like this.
You normally look like Bobby Schmurk.
Hand someone out. Nah, we don't do that. Yo, hand someone out. You already know what it is, Brooklyn. Stand up. You know what I mean? Like, I woke up like this.
Nah, this nigga. Hey, yo. All right, y'all. Fuck with y'all. Think y'all fuck with me. Good night. Love y'all. Thursday night.
Great night.
9:25 Thursday night, y'all. See y'all. Easy. Peace.